So we're going to continue talking about our financial literacy unit. Today we're focusing on credit and debit cards. We mentioned those yesterday when we first brought up checking accounts and deposits and withdrawals. So these have a lot of similarities, but they also have important differences. So you want to know, hopefully by the end of this, what those differences, or at least some of them are. All right, so we're going to fill in the blanks, and we're going to use one of these three words. Hopefully, if you did your homework last night and asked an adult, you already know some of the information you need to. All right, so the first one says the amount of a purchase made with a blank is immediately removed from a linked account. All right, so circle this word immediately. That's kind of the important distinction between a credit and a debit card. Debit cards immediately remove money. They're tied directly, usually to a checking account. And so when you purchase something with a debit card, it looks like a credit card, but when you purchase it with your debit card, that's going to immediately come out of your savings account. Or, I'm sorry, not savings. Well, I guess it could be savings. It's going to immediately be withdrawn from your account, typically a checking account. All right, so the next one says a purchase made with a blank allows a buyer to put off paying for a purchase, but the buyer may have to pay interest. All right, so again, you want to underline put off paying and this word interest right here. These two words are tied to credit cards. So when you make a purchase with a credit card, your credit company is actually paying for whatever you bought, and then you're agreeing at the end of the month to pay them back, or agreeing that you will pay them back eventually. So what happens is with a credit card, it allows you to, you might buy something, like let's say you go to a grocery store and you buy groceries, use your credit card, and you may buy them on the 15th, but your credit card bill is not due until, let's say, the next month, or even, like the 30th. You've postponed paying for those groceries, even though you have the groceries already, until the end of the month. And then with credit cards, you have the option of not paying the whole total. And so when that happens, is that you may have to pay interest. So you have to pay extra money. So let's say you spent $20, but if you don't pay that back at the end of the month, you may end up owing $23. And so you're actually paying more because you delayed paying the full amount. All right, so important differences. Debit cards, immediately going to be withdrawn. It's just like your own money. You're just not using the actual physical money. And then credit card, it's a type of borrowing, and you are agreeing to pay it back, but if you don't do it right away, you're going to pay interest. Okay, and the last one, obviously, is interest. And that is what you're charged to use credit or borrowed money if the balance is not paid off in time. All right, so usually credit card companies say, all right, if you buy these things in the month of May, then when we send you your bill in June, and if you pay it off in full, then there's no interest charged. But if you don't, then we start charging you interest for using our money. All right, so let's see how this works. On these problems, it says Deanna has a balance of $324.55 in her checking account. She uses her debit card to pay $102 for a concert ticket. What is the balance in her checking account now? All right, so because it's a debit card, it's immediately withdrawn. So it's just as if she gave them the cash. And we're going to subtract because it will affect her account right away. So she now has $222.55 in her account. All right, number 2. Luis will spend $755 on a new kitchen sink. He will use his credit card to withdraw $800 cash to pay for the sink. The credit card company charges $12 cash withdrawal fee and a 4% interest on the borrowed amount. How much will Luis owe after 1 month? Okay, so he needs $755 for the sink, and he's actually taking out $800. So a lot of credit cards allow you to withdraw cash, not just pay for things. So that's what he wants to do. But when he does that, he's going to be charged $12. All right, so he's taking out $800. So he has to owe that. Okay, he's going to be charged $12. So we know he's going to owe that to the credit card company just for getting the cash. And then he's also going to be charged 4% interest on what he borrowed. So he didn't borrow the $12. That was a fee. So he's borrowing $800. So we're going to have to find 4% interest on $800. Now, there's a couple ways to do that. You can use your percent proportion, Or you can change 4% to a decimal. So remember 4%. If I move it over 2 places this way, it becomes 0.04. And when I do percent of something, that's a multiplication problem. So I'm going to do 800 times 0.04 and get 300 or 32. I'm going to have a row of zeros. And I add these up, 0, 0, 2, 3. And there are 2 decimal places here, so 2 decimal places here. So the amount of interest he's going to be charged is $32. That's something else he's going to have to pay. All right, so if I add up this total, I get 0, 0, bring down my decimal, 2 plus 2 is 4, 1 plus 3 is 4, 8. He's going to end up owing $844. So you can see why some people consider credit cards kind of dangerous. And look at what's happening here. How much was the sink to begin with? $755. Because he delayed paying, or because he didn't want to spend money out of his checking account, and he's going to end up paying back $844. That's almost $100 more than the actual sink cost, because he took out more than he needed. He had to pay a fee, and he has to pay interest on that. So, and that's just 1 month. If he doesn't pay all of this back at the end of the month, then he'll be charged more interest, and that'll just keep growing. So it's real important. You have to be very careful with credit cards. But then sometimes there's a reason to do that. You know, if he had to have the sink right away, maybe that was the only way he could pay for it. But this is what you want. This money right here, that interest, is really what makes credit cards kind of dangerous for some people, because they get stuck in the cycle where they don't quite pay everything off, and so they just keep paying the interest, and so something that didn't start out too much now ends up costing a lot more. All right, last one. Jake will spend $87.50 for a new baseball glove. He has $75.23 in the account linked to his debit card. The bank charges a $9 penalty fee per day for using his debit card to make a purchase if he doesn't have enough funds in his account. What will he pay altogether if he chooses to use his debit card and doesn't pay any more money in his account for 9 days? All right, so he wants this glove, $87 for a glove, but he only has $75. All right, so if he tries to buy this with his debit card, remember debit is immediately withdrawn, so he doesn't delay, comes out immediately, then he's going to be overdrawn. Okay, he's going to have, he can buy it, okay, but he's going to owe his bank more money because he doesn't have enough to cover this expense. So for every day he doesn't put more money into this account to pay the bank back, he's going to be charged a fee. This is different than interest. It's a fee, and it's per day, so that's $9 every day he doesn't pay it back. All right, plus he's going to owe them. So if he doesn't pay them back, $9 a day for 9 days, then that's 9 times 9. That's $81 just in fees. That's almost more than the glove, guys. Y'all be really careful with your money. All right, so that's $81 in fees, but he also owes them the difference. All right, so we need to figure that out too. $87.50 minus $75.23. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 and 1. He also owes him $12.27. So if we add that up, $81, $12, we end up with $93.27. So after 9 days, he owes them an additional $93.27, which is, look at what it compared to the cost of the actual glove. That's more money. All right, so he spent twice as much on this glove as it was actually due. So y'all, pay attention. Make sure you're keeping good track of your money so you don't overdraw. All right, so for homework tonight, ask an adult these 4 questions. What's the difference between a lender and a borrower? What is a credit report? Why is it important to have a good credit history? Number 6, what causes a person to have a good or positive credit history? And number 7, what causes a person to have a bad or negative credit history? And we'll talk about those in class. All right, see you soon.